Well, this is Caleb.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm okay. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Sounds
Hey
like we
Caleb,
might
it's
have some.
Robin.
Hey, sounds like we might have some good news for everybody for like both parties here.
All righty. Well, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm ready to write up the offer and send it over. If you guys are okay, um, I'm okay with the January payment. To me though, it's kind of just factoring into the price, and we can close pretty quick. I mean, not before Christmas, obviously, but I don't see any reason we can't be closing 2, maybe 3 weeks. Usually the title companies are the biggest delay at this point because they're still pretty busy because the real estate market's crazy right now.
Right.
So um, I'm basically looking at just wrapping that all into the purchase price and letting you guys walk if that's what you're good to do. I've got to do a little bit of
And does it,
cleanup and marketing and stuff like that to get a renter in there. So I imagine it won't be till February until maybe March until I have a renter.
okay. And does that and that markup does that cover what we have left to pay or no?
Yeah, I don't want you guys to pay any. I'll pay all closing costs and everything like that. I am curious about what that little second mortgage is. Is that like a you guys upgrade some HVAC or something like that? What was that?
No, whenever at the time when I bought it at 19, that other little loan was just the closing costs from the last, or like when I actually bought it, so it was just a completely separate one, I guess.
Interesting. Okay,
If
yeah,
that makes.
and I'm okay because we'll still do some due diligence during the contract period. I'll be honest, my
Okay.
contract does allow me to back out if something wonky happens or something's not as expected. I don't expect
Yeah.
anything like that to be here, but obviously I'll just need to see all the paperwork so I get a full understanding of what I'm taking over. But I'm okay to do
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
just to
Definitely.
take over your payments and walk into the property, clean it up, and rent it out.
Okay. And does that cover the last two, or do we need to cover that?
No, I'll cover it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. No, definitely. Yeah. I mean, if that works for you, like I said, and we just had, I mean, we have receipts for it as well. The sewer was just done, brand new,
Wow.
all that. So it's ready to go.
Well, so what's
Like I
the
said, it was just what's that?
no? What's the new job for Robin that you guys are after?
She will be, I guess. So her old boss used to work for Chevy, and he has a 3,000 acre farm that I'll be working on, and she'll be like a personal assistant for him and help around and whatnot. And then I'll
Beautiful.
take care of the irrigation and I guess like 500 head of cattle and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it was kind of like a once in a lifetime offer, and I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting to move and do all this other stuff, but now it's like, man, I just need to. It's my only option. Just get rid of it. You know what I mean? I don't really have any other choice.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's
understand.
silly not to take up the offer. So you know what I mean? It's one of those things that's like it's take it or you lose it. So
Yeah. Well, that sounds fantastic for you guys. So I guess I hope that
yeah,
I can be
definitely.
part of a Merry Christmas gift to you guys by just taking this off your hands
Yeah,
and
that
everybody's
would, yeah,
happy.
definitely that would be amazing. That would be awesome. Like I said, yeah, it is moving ready. Like I said, you guys might want to throw your own paint on it, but I'll fill all the nail holes and everything for you.
Okay,
So,
wonderful. And then what are you talking about for like a move out date so I can, get all that stuff planned, like a close of escrow date?
So we're thinking the end of January, like that last week.
Yep.
But like if you want kind of a specific date, if we have to give one, that Friday.
Okay. Yeah, you don't need to be too
Which
particular.
work.
I was talking to somebody else. There was another deal where a guy wanted to sell, but he wanted to close so that his expenses stopped, but he also wanted to stay a month after closing. And I was like, yeah, okay, well, I basically we just ended up keeping some money aside in escrow, and he doesn't get it until he moves out, sort of thing. So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, we wanna move out at the end of like the sorry, not December, the end of January, that
oh,
last week.
okay, so that brings a
So.
little bit more clarity to the question. Can I take care of January's payment? It is generally really bad form to make any payments outside of escrow, which means I'm okay paying the full balance, but it's going to go into escrow and it only gets paid at closing. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I don't really know what any of that means.
Okay, so like
Is that
let's say the closing date is January 28th, for example. Then that
okay?
means I can pay whatever has to be paid, but it's only going to go into like a holding, like when two people make a bet and they have a third party that's trusted hold the money until the winner
Yeah,
wins. It's kind of like that's how
yeah.
escrow works. So I'll pay whatever money needs to go into escrow, but it's going to sit there and it's going to be stuck there until. Hold on. Sorry, you're still with me, right? I just had another
Yeah, I'm right
505
here.
number. Okay, I had another 505 number calling. So it's going to sit in that account until we close on the 28th, which means any payments that are late will remain late until the 28th when they get paid out. So I'm not sure exactly what that means for the final balance. There's probably a little bit more late fee. Um, if you have the money to pay January's payment, that would be great. And I can factor that into the purchase price and have that come back to you at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If it would help you or if it would help save on late payment fees or something like that.
right. Mm, I don't know, really. I mean,
Is that gonna kill anything with the bank for that not to get paid for another 30 days?
no, definitely not. I mean, that's yeah, yeah, one more month I don't think would be a big issue, really. I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, yeah, and it's not like it's going to go to foreclosure until it's a full 90 days past due. So if that's the case, it might be worth throwing a few $100s and letting me know. Because what I'm going to put on the contract is approximate numbers because we'll get the exact numbers for based on the exact
Yeah.
closing date. So if
So
you're
if
telling me that you made a $500 payment just to keep it from getting 90 days past due, then I'll
yeah,
make sure $500 of the purchase price ends up as cash to you at closing.
so if it works for you, like we said, we had the 2 months late. Right now we're at 16. Then it'd be January. So if I go ahead and pay, so I'll pay one more month. No, yeah, I'll pay one more month, and that'll get us into a 30-day late, and then that would then add January, which would then be 31 days if that works. I can shell out at least 1 month, but like once I'm done, like January's paychecks are pretty much saving up to get myself up to Oklahoma, if that makes sense.
Yep, that makes sense. Man, I got family moving to Oklahoma. They're in town for Christmas, but they just went down and visited. It's outside of Tulsa.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think what I can do, I'll just go ahead and pay 1 month on the late fee that's already there, so that way that takes that away right away, and then that'll only bring us to 30 days, and then when January comes, that'll be 31 instead of.
And then January 28th, whenever we close, what
Yeah.
he pays is gonna hit. And then
Yeah, and then it'll all be fine because it'll only be 30 days at that point instead of.
you have to make one before it will be
Yeah.
90 days.
Yeah, definitely. I'll make a full $800 payment or whatever just to make sure that it drops down at least to 800 instead of 16.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm fine covering that back to you at closing. I have no problem with it.
Yeah, perfect.
Basically,
No, I mean that's
I'm
that
picking
way
up the
if
tab
everything way we
effectively
can.
since what, November?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll
Yeah,
pay
that's
that.
fine.
I'll pay off completely November, or I'll pay off completely November. Will be December and January by that point, I guess, and then that'll be
Okay.
it.
And I would recommend that you don't talk to your bank from this point forward. Right? As long as they know
Talk to,
the payments to start coming in, because if you get into a
yeah,
conversation with
no,
them, they're going
definitely.
to
I
try
won't.
to weasel you into some weird
Yeah, we
updated.
won't say anything. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely
we
not.
won't say anything.
No, definitely. That'll work. Well, I'll just make sure I get that paid then, and then we'll just keep moving forward from there, and
Okay.
just go with it.
Wonderful.
So
Can I
perfect.
have you guys email me any paperwork you've got? We can wait till closing, but are you guys good to sign this tonight if I send it over? It'll be for
Yeah,
e-signature, so I
definitely.
need both your emails actually as well.
We both have one email. I mean, I guess we can. Never mind. We have two emails. Yeah.
Yeah, we just
That's
hit
fine.
the ring.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
What,
Perfect. Yes, let's do
what,
it.
what are those emails?
So his is
Mine's @yahoo.com.
Okay.
And
then mine is yahoo.com.
Yes, good thing I clarified. Okay.
And I can also text it to you if something
Ooh,
happens.
that's a real good idea. I hate typos. They really slow us down. Okay. I think we're in good shape. I will my wife's got dinner on. I'm in Central Time, so I'm gonna try and hurry up and write this up and send it over before I get to dinner.
Alrighty, no problem. Yeah, and then just go ahead and enjoy dinner. Don't worry about us. We're gonna go ahead and go over to my mom's and have dinner over there too. So we're both gonna have dinner together.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, I wish you guys a good evening and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Bye. Okay, there we have it. So she was ready for the contract, and I said, hey, I still haven't talked to your husband, and I want to make sure you guys are both on board. I understand you're telling me he's on board, but I just want to talk to both of you. before I spend like 45 minutes writing up a contract because it's a lot of time. It's just a lot of time, I tell you that. So she's like, okay, we're available now. So got my headset reconnected, hop down here and got their emails.